Hey, I'm Michelle from Menlo VC, and this is my series on questions to ask your investors, part 2. Founders, when you're talking to investors, I'm sure it can sometimes feel like they're the ones firing off all the questions, but you should absolutely feel empowered to ask your own questions. In fact, I strongly encourage you to. Just make sure you're asking the right ones. You don't want to ask anything that you can easily Google or find on the firm's website. Here's a list of questions that you can and should ask your potential investors. Number 1, where are you in your current fund's life cycle? A typical VC fund lasts around 10 years, but most of the capital is invested within the first 3 to 4 years. If a fund is in its later stages, they might be pickier about making new deals and possibly shorter on follow-on capital. You'll want to make sure that they have enough undeployed capital to support you in your current and future rounds. Number 2, how many investments did you make last quarter? Make sure that they're actively deploying capital. If they didn't make any deals last quarter, then they might be slowing down or only investing opportunistically. You want a partner who's actively writing checks and staying up to date on the market. Number 3, what's your decision-making process? Every firm goes about this a slightly different way. Ask how many steps are involved, who decides, and how long the process usually takes. That way you can manage your fundraising timeline and strategy more effectively. Remember, it's an investor's job to determine whether or not you can build a successful company together, but you should be doing the same in return. After all, you're picking a partner, not just a check writer. For even more questions to ask your investors, check out part 1 of the series and stay tuned for part 3 coming soon. Thanks for tuning in.